Some. You are love, 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 you are love. You are so sweet, you are so kind, you are gentle, you're divine, and you are gracious, you are true, you are wonder through and through. Tú eres el amor, 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 tú eres el amor. You are strong, like mountains high. You lift my spirit to the sky. And you are softness, good and real. You're the blessing I can feel. Nishiai, 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 Nishiai. You are love, you are love, you are love, you are love. You are the sweetness in my eyes.
Thank you. And join with me. I open my heart to the universe, accepting love and healing.
I open
my heart to the universe, accepting love and healing.
I open my heart to the universe, accepting love and peace. I open my heart to the universe, accepting love and joy. So good morning, good morning. I'm Reverend Carol Lawson. I'm the founding minister of the Center for Conscious Living, and I'm delighted that you're here with us today in this beautiful resonant field of love. There are notes, and if you're new to us and you'd like to join our mail list and things, why there'll be things up in the chat for how to do that. But I'd like to now call on our first practitioner today, Norman Taylor, who will do our opening invocation.
Good morning, everyone. Let's take a breath, close our eyes, breathe in love, breathe in beauty, breathe in the deep connection to the divine that is in everything in all places. It is with us right here, right now, in every step we take, every breath, every movement, all movement of ourselves. This divinity is like a pool from which we swim in and out of and dive into and get nourished. This nourishment reaches all aspects of this service and all aspects of all who are here and all who are present in God's atmosphere. And so knowing this, I'm knowing that this service goes in absolute perfection, that the talk today, the meditation today goes smoothly and effortlessly, that each one that is here listening, looking virtually and in spirit are all connected to the energy of this wonderful and beautiful service. And so knowing this and knowing this truth of the service, I release the word into the law, knowing that it is done. And so it is.
And so it is. Thank you, Norman. And in this beautiful and holy time, I'm feeling like every moment is a holy time now, but this particular Holy Week as we celebrate both Passover and Palm Sunday and moving into Easter in the Christian and the Jewish traditions, we have the beautiful trio affectionately known as the Matzah Sisters at CCL, who will help us move from bondage into freedom with a remembrance of Passover.
Arlen.
Opening and connecting with the beauty and the depth of this tradition.
Passover, which begins on April 8th, 2020, Jews around the world will celebrate the momentous occasion of being freed from bondage in Egypt, as described in the book of Exodus in the Bible. The Passover Seder is meant to be lived and relived, not just a historical event, but an opportunity to reflect upon and savor the flight from bondage to freedom. The story is lovingly handed down from generation to generation so that each person can experience that transformation for him or herself.
The text recited at the Seder of the first 2 nights of the Passover, including a narrative of the Exodus, is called a Haggadah. There are as many different Haggadahs as there are different ways to interpret the Exodus from Egypt. Haggadahs adapt to new generations. Many Haggadahs suggest that we give thanks not only to Moses and heroes of the old, but also many modern day heroes. Heroes like Moses, who have come forward often at great risk to their own lives, to lead our people out of darkness from bondage to freedom. Such selfless actions are an inspiration. They help us remember that in the midst of great darkness, each human being has the potential to be the light.
This year, the outward appearance of Passover will be very different. The Passover Seder will be limited to whoever is in our household, with extended family at a distance or on Zoom. But inward, The heart will carry the beautiful tradition as it is expressed each year. The prayer book, the Haggadah, which Eve has mentioned, asks a question that is read and answered every year. Why is this night different from all other nights? This question is even more appropriate this year. This night, this year, we will all remember to be especially grateful for our freedom, as the freedom from our usual lifestyles has been temporarily curtailed. But in its place is the freedom of knowing our global connection to each other is stronger than ever and rooted in oneness. God has our attention and we are listening. At the end of the Passover service, the Seder attendees usually say, next year in Jerusalem. But we will say, next year in a kinder, more loving world that is united in our freedom. Dayenu.
L'chaim.
And so it is.
And so it is. Thank you very much for bringing in that tradition for us as we celebrate and deepen into the truth of all of us. So I'll ask Norman for you to do our inspirational reading now.
Okay. So the reading comes from this book, which is 40-Day Mind Fast Soul Feast, A Guide to Soul Awakening and Inner Fulfillment by Michael Bernard Beckwith. And this is day 35, if you have the book. And it starts with, I shall be glorious in the eyes of the Lord, and my God shall be my strength. That's from the Bible. Since the beginning of time, the heart of wisdom, teachings of the ages, has revealed that you and I are sacred, are the sacred site of spirit. When you solidly embody the realization that ye are the temple of the living God, you cause a transcendental, transformative, infinite presence to do so powerfully move within you, and as you that any seeming contradiction to this truth is removed from your consciousness. Don't wait for whatever future circumstances you think represents the ideal conditions of your spiritual enlightenment. No, take the highest vision of consciousness that you can hold and embody and embody it in your consciousness right now. In this instance, allow for the holy sight of the infinite to be your inward sight. Then no longer will you be under the karmic influence of human law. Rather, you will be governed by grace. Then you will begin to fluently articulate the visions of your life in accordance with spirit. And I will read today's affirmation.
And the affirmation is up in the chat if you'd like to read it with Norman. We'll keep everybody muted, but you can read it in your own place.
All right, I'm looking at my cell phone here, so excuse me. The kingdom of God is here and now. The divine presence is the center of my being. I let this recognition flow through my entire consciousness. I am the presence of radiant joy, of divine love, and perfect peace. I behold the Christ in everyone, and I remain this day in gratitude, celebrating my oneness with all life. And so it is.
So it is. Thank you very much. And here's some more musical inspiration from Beth. Beth Nauer, our beautiful musician today.
Thank you. I am so happy to be with all of you. I miss you, and it's so nice to be here with you. So the first song we're going to sing is Every Little Cell. And I think it's really, it's probably a song many of you have already heard, but it's an opportunity for us to reaffirm that we are all healthy, happy, and well. So then we'll go from this into Imagine. So this one goes like this. Every little cell in my body is happy. Every little cell in my body is well. Every little cell in my body is happy. Every little cell in my body is well. I'm so glad every little cell in my body is happy and well. I'm so glad every little cell in my body is happy and well. Every little cell in my body is happy. Every little cell in my body is well. Every little cell in my body is happy. Every little cell in my body is well. I'm so glad every little cell in my body is happy and well. I'm so glad every little cell in my body is happy and well. And I hope you'll join me in singing, even if we're not able to hear everybody.
Words are in the chat as well if you'd like to sing along.
Imagine this is heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us, above us only sky. Imagine all the people living for today. Imagine there's no countries. It isn't hard to do. Nothing to live or die for. One religion too. Imagine all the people living life in peace. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will live as one. Imagine no possessions. I wonder if you can. No need for greed or hunger. A brotherhood of man. Imagine all the people sharing all the world. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will be as one.
Thank you, Beth. Beautiful, beautiful. And now, because it's a first Sunday and our tradition is that this is a part of a meditation service, I have asked Dr. Kathy Milano, who is a psychologist and angel therapy practitioner and artist. I got a picture of hers on the wall behind me. You can check out kathymilano.com. But she's a beautiful soul who's going to be offering our meditation today. Kathy?
Hi, everybody. Happy to be here. So we're going to drop in deeply together as we are in this field, and we're going to begin with ourselves because we really want to focus on steadying our own light, and then we're going to share that with the world. And so if you're not familiar with the energy psychology, the heart assisted therapy, at some point we're going to just be crossing our hands like this and placing them on our heart. And other than that, you can just close your eyes and drop in even more deeply. And we enjoy this breath together. Breathing in this generous oxygen, the gift of life, fully throughout our body. And returning the gift with our exhale. Communicating with life through the breath. And allowing ourselves to know that life is breathing us as we inhale and exhale together. And there is no particular way to breathe. Every cell opens. Every cell is receptive to the gift of life through the breath. And we breathe. And with the exhale, we take our attention and send it down to our belly, dropping our attention to the space of wisdom, to this place of power in our physical and energy body. Breathing in fully and strongly all that life offers us. And dropping deeply into our belly, into our wisdom space. Presencing the light of our being and the gift that this breath offers. Again, breathing in together all the love that is here. And with the exhale, sending your attention down through the belly, through the root, into the earth. Anchoring your own light deeply within Pachamama, Mother Earth, Gaia. And with the in-breath, breathing up her energy right to your heart center. Drawing that beautiful breath up to your heart and letting your heart brighten and send your light through your wisdom space, anchoring deep into the mother. In this beautiful holy moment, there is nothing to do, no one to become, nowhere to go. There's simply a noticing of what happens each and every moment that you breathe. The sharing of light and love, the resourcing from this beautiful planet, and the gifting that you yourself offer every living being on this planet simply by living, breathing, being planted as a blossom in the garden of the mother. You can imagine or place your hands on your heart system, strengthening now the movement of light as you cross palm on palm, breathing. Every once in a while, you notice that the light from your own heart center sends down through your belly and your root and anchors in the mother, and you resource yourself, calling up her beautiful, nourishing energy right to your own heart. in conversation with a mother that nourishes, sustains, that offers you life with every breath, and that receives your gift with every exhale and every sending of your own light to the mother, to the earth, and to every living being in every form upon her. We recognize that as blossoms in the garden of the mother, we share this garden with every creature, with every form, with every human. That we are together in our own unique way of flowering. That we are never alone and we are essential and important to the vitality and the beauty and the vibrancy of this garden. Essential. Important. Contributing with every breath. And you may switch your hands now, placing the other hand on top, and bring your attention into your own heart center and activate the light of your soul, your own heart light, stored within the center of your chest, within your heart chakra, within your physical heart. As you breathe, notice how is your heart light showing up. Sense, see, feel, or imagine. What is this light of your soul looking like, feeling like? Is there a color, a form, a symbol, a movement, a song? And as you notice, you may flip your hands one more time, placing the other palm on top. Knowing as you're breathing that you are harmonizing through your heart system and your heart rhythm, your entire physical body and every layer of your energy body. That all the pathways of light that carry the vital life force, the chi, the ki, the prana, that flows beautifully through the meridians and the nadis, the rivers of light, all moving through the heart, many moving through your hands, naturally, as you breathe and focus on the light of your own heart system. When you come into a coherent and organized space, your entire body, your entire blossom is more open to receive the love, the light, and the nourishment of the mother. And therefore, it is more open to share the love and the light and the nourishment of this cosmic space, of life itself, of love itself, of that which you are. And you're welcome to keep your hands on your heart or relax them in your lap. And in this most beautiful holy moment, we seek to strengthen and steady the light of our own system so that our blossom that is planted becomes sturdy, steady, open, and receptive. Imagine, sense, or experience that you are in a globe of light, a bubble of light. And on the outside of this globe, there is a brilliant white boundary. It is a milky, white, shining light. And it is thick, 6 inches, growing to 8 inches, growing to 12 inches. Tune in for a moment to this brilliant white light. This is the light of your own soul, encased, informed, nourished by the light of love, of life, of God, of Goddess, of the divine, of the mystery, of the I Am. Notice this light divine surrounding you. It is brilliant, white, it is moving, and it is pure. This is the truth of your essence. This is the truth of all. Simply breathe and notice. This beautiful globe of light, this boundary of truth and love, allows you to anchor more fully, to open all receptive aspects of your sensory nature, your 5 senses and your extraordinary senses, to the broadcast of that which is, of that which I am, of that which love is. And imagine that every cell in your body, every pathway of light, every particle and wave opens now, receptive to the song of this light, to the truth of this light. And as you breathe, breathe with attention, call this light to you, open every pore in your physical body. Let this beautiful, brilliant white light be breathed in through every layer of your energy and through every aspect of your physical body. And as you exhale, you release every tension naturally, every concern and worry naturally into the white light where it remembers what it is and glows with the brilliance of white, pulsing truth. Do not be shy when this light of the divine is offered. To truly presence it, breathe it in strongly through every pore. Know that it moves in every crevice of your physical body. Nothing is immune to this light. And with every exhale, the wisdom of your own system exhales every tension, worry, every concern, every idea of illness, stress, scarcity, every difficulty brought on by isolation, uncertainty, and changes that are not of your liking. Breathe deeply. Let this light infiltrate every cell, particle, wave, and pathway of light. And now the harmony of life begins to sing. Imagine that within your own precious globe of light, as you presence the truth, that you may easily call upon any being of love, and the luminous ones come to you. Your globe of light has room for every helper, every teacher, every master, every angel, every higher aspect of you, yourself, your soul, and your beautiful presence on this planet. Imagine that you are surrounded by those that offer you love and blessings, healings, adoration, that offer every insight, every solution to every idea that you have that there is a problem. Imagine for a moment, if you will, knowing that you are anchored deeply into Pachamama, that your globe of light expands, held and nourished by this earth system, organized and bolstered by your own heart system and the light of your soul. Let the globe of light expand now, beyond the room, beyond the house, beyond the neighborhood, beyond the state, the country, the continent, beyond the earth. Let yourself see, feel, experience, imagine this globe of light, the truth of I am, expand to bring in the sun, the moon, the stars, all of the galaxies, all of the celestial realms that seem distant at times are here within your precious globe of light. Every energy known as a master, a being of love, a wise one, the medicine teachers, the angels, the luminous ones, your own most holy soul. That idea of a nurturing father, of a nourishing mother, that idea of a god and goddess, that idea of a mystery, of a light, of love itself. Let the harmony, the interconnectivity of this presence that is, breathe through your system now. As you breathe in deeply, open every pore. Every cell is receptive. Every organ, bone, structure, gland, every system of light, every particle and wave. Breathe in the truth of your essence now. With the in-breath, you breathe in all of this light strongly. With the exhale, your wisdom naturally releases any idea that you are not this light, and it is transmuted. Breathe in the adoration, the devotion, the nourishment. Breathe in the absolute security. As you presence this truth, this light, this love, you are steadying the light, strengthening the light of your own system, your own most precious light body. There is nowhere to go, no one to become, and nothing to do. There is simply one life breathing itself. There is one body loving itself. There is one presence nourishing itself. And even in the broadness, drop deeply into the presence, breathing as everything. You are aware of your own precious being. You are at the heart of it all, at the center of this globe of light. You are essential, precious, loved, and so, so important. And as you breathe here, you recognize that you are a cell in the body of love. Sturdy, steady, nourished and whole. You recognize that nothing is needed, that nothing is missing. For that is an impossibility within this wholeness. And every precious experience of yourself, including everything that you had not liked, that you tried to push away, that was too much for you, and every thought of judgment against yourself or another, is welcome in this space. Every time you shake, rage, cower, or shine, is welcome in this space. Every way that you hide or you show up fully, everything is welcome in this space. You are invited so fully to presence what you are and to honor the human that you are in every way of being. You're invited to remember this cosmic experience as a cell in the body of love, encased and informed by the globe of light that is uniquely yours. For that unique cell is essential for the body of wholeness, of love, of life. And that in any way that you show up, beautiful, or in your mind not so much, when you are too big or too small, when you are just right, when you are confident, and when you are insecure, it matters not. You are loved and precious, important and contributing. It is most important at this time that you use this globe of light and any other practice, idea, to presence what you are, to first nourish and steady yourself, to reach for those who will help you nourish and steady yourself, whether they be in earthly form, celestial form, in the form of nature, in the form of a story, in a wisdom text. It matters not what you reach for, knowing that all life communicates with itself, and within wholeness, the reaching is received with love. This is an essential time to live the truth of your essence, to broadcast the love and purity of your being. It is not hard to do, even in your PJs, even when you shake. You simply imagine this globe of light, call it to you, and it is here. Cleanse your system, steady, anchor into the mother. Nourish yourself with Pachamama's energy. And know yourself as light. Know yourself as love. Know yourself as precious, an essential blossom in her garden. Imagine how large your globe of light is now. Just extraordinary. It holds everything, and yet, let's play with another perspective. Imagine that you can be outside of your own globe, that you can see your globe of light floating brightly in the cosmos, See your own globe of light and see yourself within it. The brilliant white light surrounds this circle and it floats. And now broaden your perspective, your gaze, your imagination, and notice that there are other globes of light. Brilliant, white. You can perceive the brilliant white circle and the precious being within. Let your perspective broaden. Circle the earth. Notice that there are globes of light, bright, everywhere. Precious. And now the globes of light begin to reflect the prayer of the individual within them. Some are green as they are praying for healing. Some are pink, soft pink, as they are broadcasting love. Some are violet, transmuting fear. Others are brilliant purple, claiming, broadcasting the I am presence. There is the gold as wisdom and insight comes through intuition, guiding the perfect next right action. Notice these globes of light. At times, a globe of light might blink into gray, red, black. Notice what happens as the interconnected streams of light pour forth the energy of white or violet or soft pink. Watch the cleansing that happens as the gray moves back to white, as the black begins to sparkle in brightness. See what prayers, what anchoring into the presence, what knowing yourself as light, as acting from the space of love does for the communicative system of Earth. Just like every breath in is a nourishment, and every breath out is a gift. See that every time you are steady in your light, anchored in presence, connected with the Earth system, living from your heart, guided through your wisdom, sharing that which is yours to share. And every time that you feel disconnected, alone, frightened, and overwhelmed, see what comes to you. You can breathe that in. Let the breath flow. And together we breathe, knowing that we are always cared for, knowing that our wisdom always releases that which is ready to go. Even when we forget, we are these globes of light, connected, precious cells in a body of love that is vast, present, benevolent, and responsive. For the next few breaths, anchor in this light, brighten your globe now. Choose your color. What is it that you would like to offer this precious world? Imagine, sense, or experience that your globe of light becomes that color light. Choose it or let it be chosen for you. Inhale it, open your pores through your whole physical body, and as you exhale, send that out through this connected system. Send out your offering to every cell in the body of love. Understand that life is intelligent, as are you. It does not take much. Before the intent comes to mind, your offering is sent. You're a magical, miraculous creature. Never forget this. Bring your globe of light tightly around your physical body now. Notice yourself in your seat. Notice your own space. Be with yourself now. Bring that globe of light strongly around your body, a few inches above your head, beneath your feet, on either side of you, in front and in back of you. Notice that the boundary is brilliant white light moving. It is 12 inches. It is a beautiful reminder and a resource. It is the living light. You may breathe it in at any time to clean your system, to bolster your own being. Notice now that you are also connected by the light of your soul, your own heart light. Breathe down to the mother. You have just given and received the most beautiful blessing. Share that with this earth system. Breathe into your own heart space. And with the exhale, you drop deeply, sending your attention and light down into the heart of Pachamama, gifting her with that which you are, breathing up her gratitude right to your heart center. And to call yourself in more deeply, you may just place a hand on your collarbone. Right beneath the collarbone, you're just working with points of light that will help you be more alert as you keep your eyes closed, staying in this present space, presencing, and just trusting, perhaps with a reminder of a simple statement. I am the light divine. I am the light divine. I am the light divine. And knowing this to be true, you breathe and hold the space as you let it go.
As we just aware of the deep gratitude for these gifts given and received, we offer this time as well for you to speak aloud in your own circle of light the names of those that you're praying for today. We just offer this time. And we know that as we go forward throughout this day, that each person, each situation, whatever comes to mind, these prayers continue as we offer this light and as we remember, I am the light divine. And I ask now, as Beth has her, we sing the Mula mantra. Those of us that are oneness blessing givers also offer this light to each of you. Just receiving the light as the blessing givers raise their hands and
Sachidananda Parabrahma Purushotama Paramatma Shri Bhagavati Samhita Shri Bhagavate Namaha Om Sachidananda Parabrahma Purushottama Paramatma Shri Bhagavati Samhita Shri Bhagavate Namaha.
And now, if you're willing and so moved, we invite you to everyone to raise their hands as we send this energy out into our world, wherever it's most needed, as a cell in the body of love. Knowing love knows what to do.
Paramatma Shri Bhagavati Samhita Shri Bhagavate Namaha.
Thank you all. Take a breath. Exhale the gift of yourself and your light. This is a time in our service where we bless our offering, so aware this morning that each breath, each exhale is the gift. I will speak this offertory blessing as Elizabeth moves into her song. Thank you, God, for this abundance that is mine to share. I bless this gift and give it to thee in gratitude and joy, knowing that as I give, I do receive. And if you'd like to participate in that giving and receiving in a physical and financial way, there's information on the chat. And Elizabeth.
So this is I Will Rise Up, and there is an opportunity for you to sing along. So when I sing, no matter what, you sing, no matter what, I will rise up. You echo, I will rise up. And like the sun, the great I am, I will rise up. So you can echo with me if you feel like you'd like to. And if not, just be with them.
They'll be singing, but you won't hear it.
Okay.
We will hear you.
Okay, well, that's my loss, but I'll know you're right there. No matter what, I will rise up, and like the sun, the great I am, I will rise up. No matter what, no matter what, I will rise up, I will rise up, and like the sun, the great I am, I will rise up. Phoenix ashes rising flight. Stars are born of crimson light. Mother bird remembers all the words surrender from this pyre that smolders, ancient wisdom holders, son and daughter of the flames. Spirit rises, holy name. No matter what, no matter what, I will rise up, I will rise up. And like the sun, the great I am, I will rise up. No matter what, I will rise up. Like the sun, the great I am, I will rise up. Born of truth, created one. Master teacher, thy will be done. Walk of human weight, the toil becomes the gate. The love that lifts creation from a burdened station. Spread your wings, embrace the light. Open heart, awaken sight. No matter what, no matter what, I will rise up, I will rise up. Like the sun, the great I am, I will rise up. No matter what, I will rise up. And like the sun, the great I am, I will rise up. And like the sun, the great I am, I will rise up.
Thank you, Elizabeth Nauer. Thank you, Kathy Milano. I will rise up. I am the light divine. We offer a greeting to those of you that might be joining us for the first time. And I have been saying the last few Sundays, when we say welcome to the Center for Conscious Living, please think of yourself as that Center for Conscious Living. And I ask you to lift your hands in blessings as we are blessing one another with this. Welcome to this Center for Conscious Living.
Welcome.
We're a heart-centered spiritual community, and we open ourselves to you in love. We recognize the perfection of God within you. We celebrate the joyous being that you are. You are a radiant point of light, and we are blessed by your presence. Welcome home. And as we are almost concluding our season for peace and nonviolence, I will ask Marty Levin and June Hammett to step forward to offer our affirmations of peace.
As we're beginning to bring our season for peace and nonviolence to a temporary close, knowing that peace is always with us, our daily affirmation, if you would repeat after me. Today, I dedicate myself to live as peace.
Today, I dedicate myself to live as peace.
May peace prevail in our hearts, our homes, and our neighborhoods.
May peace prevail in our hearts, our homes, and our neighborhoods.
May peace prevail in our hospitals and with all our frontline workers. May peace prevail in North and South America. May peace prevail in Europe and Asia. May peace prevail in Africa, Australia, and Antarctica. May peace prevail on earth. Marty, are you there? We have one last one. May we remember that peace prevails in all of creation.
And so it is.
And so it is.
So we have a concluding song and a concluding affirmation by our first practitioner. I am so deeply grateful to all of the members of our community that stepped forward to take parts in this service, and for all of you for being part in the gift that is this sacred time. Thank you. And Beth?
I can see clearly now the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. It's gonna be a bright, 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 sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. I think I can make it now, the pain is gone. All of the bad feelings have disappeared. Here is the rainbow I've been praying for. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. I can hear you. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Look all around, there's nothing but blue skies. Look straight ahead, nothing but blue I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that have me blind. It's gonna be a bright, what? Bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. One more time. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day.
And Norman?
Yes. So if everyone would virtually repeat after me, something wonderful is happening to me right now.
Something wonderful is happening to me right now.
It is this thing called life. Life is in my body. Life is in my mind. Life is in my feelings. Life is in all my activities. I receive it, I share it, I am it, and I accept it. Just the way that it is. Thank you, Lord. And accepting all these gifts, we say yes.
And accepting all these gifts.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank
Blessings.
Thank you.
All I'm saying is it puts everything in perspective if you're a thinking person.
Hi, everybody.
Now, if you're a thinking
Bye.
person,
Yep.
get it.
Thank you, everyone.
Whole
Love to
need
see you all.
Everybody.
Go
workers.
Love you.